Shutdown on crib is where we be at. Football, what we talking here, follow and riot.
Good, man, before I turn over your cup.
Oh, dog about to turn over the cup.
Yeah. Good afternoon or good evening.
Good
My
evening.
name is Alfonso.
And I'm RT.
And this is another episode of Can't Argue With That. You know what we on, right?
What are we on?
Episode X.
Oh, but we won't throw up the X.
No, we won't throw up the X. That's why I did this. Yes. But we're on episode 10, good sir.
Hey, man.
Congratulations, man.
Hey,
We're
man.
making it. We're making
It's
it.
very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
so I want to hop right into it, buddy.
Alright, let's go and get it.
All right, we're going to lead with the winners. All right,
Victory Cup. Victory Cup.
So I just have a question for you,
Go ahead.
and this is going to be we're going to broaden it up. We're going to broaden it up at the end, but
Okay.
more specifically, first and foremost, I need to ask you about Cam.
Cam.
Cam, since
Oh, okay.
the last few weeks, he's
He's looking good, right?
He's looking
He's
good.
looking good.
But one question I have for you is,
Yeah.
has he returned to MVP form?
He has returned to MVP form. I think what you're seeing is last year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people want to blame it on the injury.
Yeah.
Me, because I always say it, I watched every Cam game. I'm not going to blame last year on the injury.
Uh-huh.
Was he hurt? Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But what does that have to do with poor choices, though, man? Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, if your arm hurts, don't throw it into triple coverage. Like, I don't know what
Very
you want
true.
me to say about
Very
that.
true.
But, no, he's back to his old form, his 2015 form.
So-
His last two games. By the way,
Mhm.
all them critics say, oh, he's not accurate, not this and that. Guess who's completing 68.3% of his passes? Guess who has a higher completion percentage than Tom Brady?
Cam?
Aaron. Aaron?
No.
Oh, can't argue with that. Yeah. But yeah, he is playing really well. And I told you the key, what he had to get back to. You notice over these last few weeks, more runs. More runs.
Exactly.
That's the key, man.
So how's Christian doing?
Christian McCaffrey scored his first touchdown last week.
I want to set you up for that. I want to set you up for that.
First touchdown, man. You're doing well.
So,
Offense is humming. The receivers stopped dropping passes this season. It's terrific. Ed Dixon broke Shannon Sharp's record.
I saw that.
Hey, you see
I
that,
was like,
right?
whoa.
Hey, you see
Do I
that,
have
right?
fantasy?
You see that, right?
Yeah,
Exactly,
I saw
man.
that.
That offense is humming,
That's nice.
and the
Very
defense
nice.
is playing really well, man.
So, one question I have for you.
Yeah.
Are y'all the best team in the NFC?
We are the best team in the NFC. Yes.
Okay.
Without a doubt. There's no team in our conference that scares us. The Falcons went to the Super Bowl last season, but prior to that, we had the South on lock, as evidenced by the fact we won the South 3 years in a row prior to the Falcons last season. And not scared of the Packers. If you remember, we played that bad man in 2015, and we were up 27-0 in the first half on him. So, like I said, we're not.
Then what happened?
Well, a lot during our 2015 season, we did the same thing. We beat up on teams.
No, I'm talking about with Aaron Rodgers. Then what happened?
Oh, we took our foot off the gas, tried to run out the clock instead of scoring 40. We just tried to run out the clock. Just send the ball home. Then, of course, he scores points at the end. But yeah, I'm not scared about them.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So yeah, man. So, do you think we're the best team in the conference?
Put it this way, I can't argue with it. I can't see anybody who's definitely better than you in the NFC.
Right.
Nobody's definitely better than you. I mean, we have the Falcons who may be, but I don't have any stock in the Falcons. I don't have confidence in the Falcons.
Right.
After the 28-3 debacle,
Yeah.
never forget. Yeah. So.
Don't ever let it go.
No, I'm not letting it go.
Never. Never let it go.
Yes, sir.
Right. What we got next here? Let's see. So you do know we're playing tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Thursday Night Football.
Yes, sir. So will y'all beat the Eagles tomorrow?
You know what, Cowboys fans out there,
Can you please?
we got y'all this week. We're gonna look out, man. We're gonna look out for y'all.
I appreciate that because you know we need a little bit of help.
Right,
We don't need a lot of help. We need a little bit of help.
Little TT, we got y'all.
I appreciate that.
Got y'all. And we'll even go a step further. Not only will we win, we'll help out your quarterback, Dak. We're gonna knock Carson Wentz back down a peg,
Nice.
so Dak can go back up right where he truly belongs.
Thank you.
Got you, man. I'm gonna knock him down too.
All right.
Knock him down too, man.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
man. We
Yes,
got
sir.
you, man. We
All
got you, man. This is what we do.
All right.
We win. That's what we do.
So, Saints traded Adrian Peterson to the Cardinals. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do know that.
And
I'm sorry. Did you see me yawn a little bit?
I
Sorry.
saw you.
Sorry.
I know you don't want to talk about this, but I will talk about this.
No. It wasn't reference to your question. It's in reference to Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
he's 33-year-old running back. Okay.
And then they took, I don't know if anybody recognized, but they had Chris Johnson back for a little while after, what's the running back's name?
David Johnson.
Yeah, after David Johnson got hurt, they signed Chris Johnson for about a week or two.
Yeah.
And then they were
We
like,
had him about a week ago.
yeah.
Right.
But then they were like, AP, Sean Payton,
Right.
what's up? So, Adrian Peterson averaged 3 yards a carry on like 80-something yards this year. So, I want to ask you,
He has
over or under?
He has 27 carries this whole entire season.
Leave it alone, man.
Oh man.
Over or under? I was rooting for him.
All right, go ahead.
Over or under? He had 3.0 yards this year on like 27 carries for 80-something yards. Yeah. That's about 3.3 3 yards a carry. So, is he gonna get over or under?
3 yards a carry.
And they play Tampa Bay next week, by the way.
Are you asking for the rest of the season or for this upcoming game?
Upcoming game and beyond. 2 separate questions.
Upcoming game. God, I hope so. That's terrible. It's like, what? Hope so. I mean, it's not even about being a Hall of Fame running back. It's about being an NFL running back. Are you an NFL running back?
Exactly.
Like, are we talking about 3.8 yards a carry? I hope so.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
A few stats not going well for him now.
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals as a team average the league where it's 2.6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
And I also read a stat where the Cardinals have the league's worst offensive line.
They do.
So, with that being said, God, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he has a lot left in the tank, but he's AP. He's got to give me 3.1 yards a carry, man.
Exactly.
Come on. He got to give me 10 carries for 31 yards.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
When you put it that way, it sounds sad.
You know what I mean? Like 10 for 31? Like,
Adrian Peterson?
Right.
Kobe Bryant?
Right. Gotta make. Well, Kobe shoot 33% this season?
But you had a last game.
Right. Right.
You had that farewell game.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So that being said, currently, right now, we have the Chiefs. Chiefs 5-0, Packers 4-1. Your rival, the Eagles 4-1.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Falcons 3-1, Panthers 4-1.
Yeah.
Who do you think's the best team in the league currently?
I'm gonna make you laugh. All right, the Patriots won the Super Bowl last year, right?
Right.
All right. The Panthers beat the Patriots 33-30, right?
Right.
All right. The Saints beat the Panthers 34-13, right?
Right.
All right. The Vikings beat the Saints 29-19. That happened?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That was first game.
And then the Steelers beat the Vikings.
Yes.
All right. So the Jaguars beat the Steelers.
That was with the backup quarterback, though.
But still,
Let's go with it. Okay.
So the Jaguars beat the Steelers, right?
Right.
All right. So that means the Jets beat the Jaguars 23-20.
Jets are the best team?
Jets are the best dang on team in the NFL.
They're still the best team in New York.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But what I'm saying is, I made that point. I got that off of a meme that I found in the beginning of the week. But that's my point. Like, you can never go off who beats who, because it's all about matchups and who exploits that matchup. The best.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but who do you think?
Which team is
The best in the NFL, the whole NFL.
One question.
Mm-hmm.
Blake Bortles is quarterback of which team? I said whichever team that Blake Bortles on, that's what I'm going with. But I'm going with the Panthers, and I mean, I know I seem like a homer, but I've said that, and people are starting to come around, starting to recognize what I've been saying, even when they're down in the dumps. They are 6-10. You're like, I think they'll win the Super Bowl.
You're right.
Because I think they have the best roster in football. I mean, think about it. Which other team in football could you reasonably say might have the best offensive player and the best defensive player on their team? Luke and Cam. Who else can say we have the best defensive player and the best offensive player?
We got Sean Lee, and then on offense we have Zeke.
Depending on your feelings about Sean Lee.
Yeah, I understand. Some people are right. But anyway, so
that's when Sean Lee plays. He's good. He's good for about 6 or 7 games a year.
Exactly.
Some of those 6 or 7 games, he's good.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
with that being said, next.
All right. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
It's been a little rough week for you, man, huh?
Yeah, man.
Cowboys, man. Tell me. Prior to me asking you like an in-depth question, tell me your thoughts about. Let's rehash that last sequence there. Tell me what was running through your mind when there was 120 left in the game. Y'all were down. Y'all had to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
What was it? 2nd and 1.
Yeah.
Tell me what are your thoughts about that?
So
how's it you would have wanted it to play out? Tell us about it.
Well, I was in the bar
Right.
for one, and people were all around cheering when they saw Dak go into the end zone. Right. And I yelled an explicative.
Right.
And I was like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because and the girl beside me, a girl sitting across from me, she was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? High five!" I was like, "Nah, we just lost the dang on game."
Right. Right.
Like, she's like, "What do you mean?" Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Like, without a doubt. Like, you know what I wish he would have did? I wish he would have did what you remember. If you remember, Brian Westbrook back in like 2007.
He took a knee, didn't
he? He just sat down. He looked like he was going to the end zone. So I was like, all right, go ahead, score. You looked up, so go ahead, score.
Right.
And he says, boom, and sits down on the 1 yard line, and we lose the game because they can kneel out.
Right.
But that's what Dak should have done. He should have done some form of that. You know what I mean? Like, because and I know football players are selfish sometimes, and they want their stats and stuff like that. But you're gonna get the stat anyway, because you have the best QB sneak percentage in the NFL.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Better than Cam, better than everybody. Like, you know what I mean? I'm saying though. You know what I mean? Like, but all right, I'm off. But it ticked me off. Yeah, and then I saw the little lateral. And I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna win. Yeah, Zeke's running. Okay, never mind. Just
was that the play when I was? Did Zeke opt to not pitch the ball on that final play?
He did eventually.
Did he just get that? Cause
no, he did.
Well, I'm trying to think if that was a game. Yeah, I think that was a game. But I was like, why are you pitching the ball? Like you're not gonna run 80 yards. Like pitch the ball, but
no, he pitched the ball to him.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that being said, y'all are 2 and 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I don't know if you realize this. Y'all only had 3 losses last year, right?
Forget you.
But so that being said, so I think that your bye week is coming right at the right time, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Definitely.
What do you think needs to turn around for y'all? What do you think needs to happen in order for y'all to turn around your season here?
Well, I have some breaking news for you.
Yes, sir.
Just found out that earlier today that Nolan Carroll is about to get released. And they're about to take the cap hit and everything. It's like
why is
$2 million against their cap, regardless of what they do.
Why is that? Something happened?
Well, he's hurt. You know what I mean? And he had problems recovering from the concussion apparently.
Okay.
And he's just not good enough. And Chidobe, he's actually recovering from the hamstring well.
Okay.
And we have enough to complete the secondary.
Okay.
And to keep Heath off the field. Because I know you were like, hey, he fell again.
It's just because we have a safety like that on the Panthers. His name is Colin Jones.
Yeah,
and noticeably, whenever there's a touchdown, it's when he's on, and he's a backup safety.
Yeah.
But as soon as it's like, oh,
he's in
Colin's in the game. Like you always know when he's in the game. Like, oh, Colin must be in the game. Like
touchdown!
Right? It's always something. Just like you again. Like you don't. Just not good.
Yeah.
So, there was other news about your Cowboys. About a guy I think you've been pretty much very fond of.
Yes, sir.
A guy you refer to as Rich Forever Jerry Jones.
Oh, yeah.
That guy. He made some comments, right? So, let me ask you this. Let me frame it like this. He made a controversial comment saying his team needs to stand for the anthem. Do you think the players will... How do you think the players will react?
Well, originally, this was a rumor and people were believing it, of course, because it's a logical rumor.
Right.
It's logical that Jerry Jones doesn't support this
right.
wholeheartedly, and it's logically that there was a pump fake when he kneeled for a couple seconds and then got up real quick. That was a pump fake. He pump faked me real good.
Right.
I was like, oh, whoa, Jerry, oh, okay.
Maybe
he pump faked me. He pump faked me.
And also,
I ain't gonna lie.
possibly your coordinator was on something by not taking that knee all the way to.
I don't need to. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I think that what David Irving and the other defensive linemen did, they did what Robert Quinn did. They did what my dog did, and I love that. You know what I mean? It's like it's not a protest, but it's like, hey, I don't respect the words of this, and I'm going to put up my Black Power sign. This means Black Power.
Do you think Jerry said something to those two players?
I don't know, because I think, to be real with you, I think Jerry Jones is checked by Donald Trump. I don't think Jerry Jones is, he's the owner of that team now. Mm-hmm. Jason Garrett answers to him. Mm-hmm. But however, I think he answers to Donald Trump. And a lot of the owners, all the owners answer to Donald Trump, being realistic. And this little locking arms and taking the knee thing was just like hey, Trump, we're going to do this 1 week now, and then we're going to get it out their mouths. We're going to get the taste out their mouths. That's what it was.
See, I think something that's real big for them, I think they think it's a fad. It's going away. Like, we're not about that action. But,
Yeah, exactly.
So that being said, let's say like this, hypothetically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
He did say anyone who does take a knee would be in some sort of trouble.
Yeah.
Or I think he said that they wouldn't play.
Not play, they won't play.
Let's say this. Do you think some players on the team will challenge him? Perhaps, let's say the triplets? Dez, Zeke?
No, most definitely not. Dez, he's given something to each of those players. He's given, Zeke, that's without a doubt. That's just obvious. You know what I mean? All of his transgressions, he's forgiven all of them and went to bat for him. So he's Zeke's dad. And Dez Bryant never had a father. Mama was on whatever stuff. And he was in all kind of trouble with her and all type of stuff. So, and you know that he was a problem child coming out of college. And everybody was like, no, stay away from him. Jerry was like, come on, buddy. You know what I mean? Come on. So and then Dak Prescott was given, he was gingerly, he took the job. He took the job for Tony Romo, but in his head, Jerry Jones gave him that job. Right. You know what I mean? So all these people, Jerry Jones is giving something to them.
So let's say this, hypothetically speaking. Let's say players do kneel.
That'd be interesting.
More specifically, let's say your quarterback kneels. Do you think how fast, quick in a hurry, do you think Jerry might make a phone call to his son? Would it be like right? Do you think as he saw him getting low, crouching to tie his, you think as he bent over to tie his shoe, you think he would?
You are talking about Tony, right? Okay, all right. The guy who's just being a master at the the broadcasting table, and that goes just that tells me something.
You know what? Maybe I don't know if there's a way to look into this. We should look into who's broadcasting that Cowboys Panthers game. Let's see if he's there, because he might have the number 9 waiting. He might have the number 9 waiting.
And we dressed him right. He's on the active playlist, not
right.
But for real though, that brings me to another point about Tony Romo, and I've said this countless times. But we're gonna feel Tony Romo's loss in the defense and in the offense, because Tony Romo, you see how he understands the game so well.
That is what you've been saying from the outset.
Yeah, he understands the game so well, and he does research and he watches so much film, and he understands the game so well that, and if he's your scout team quarterback, your defense is that much better. Right. He's emulating the exact same mannerisms of the other quarterback, and he's preparing your defense, and he's, hey man, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. You know, I love that. So, and as well on offense, of course, he's that, hey, gotta do this. And then eventually, he was like, Dak was like, hey Tony, what do? He's like, you want your home? Right, you want your home, bro? You want your home? But I think that would help them with success. To be honest with you, Tony Romo would help them with success.
So you saying you miss Jerry's son?
I miss him, but I don't miss him playing. And
you just want him on.
I just want him on the back. I'm on the back end, just to be like, hey, Dak, hey, Chidobe, hey, Sean Lee, hey, you gotta get that running back. You gotta get that.
I mean, I don't blame you.
You gotta get Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, I don't blame you. I'd rather have him than have Cooper Rush's mark.
Guess what? Mm-hmm. We might have won that last game if Tony Romo was a scout team quarterback. Because you brought this out to me, so I'm taking this out of your mouth now. Mm-hmm. But you told me, you were like, hey man, there was a QB spy on the last play, but I think he got confused and went with the running back.
Yeah.
Guess what happened? Tony Romo wouldn't have had that. They would have ran that. They would have ran that play. They would have ran that exact similar play, and Tony Romo would have ran.
Running back.
And Tony would have ran, and Tony would have been like, hey, why'd you let me do that?
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
And Tony Romo, you know how he does. Like LeBron James and Mario Chalmers. He does it to everybody.
Yeah, focus, man.
Yeah, focus.
Focus, man.
Focus, shout out Cedric.
Right.
Focus.
Right.
Yeah, man. But that's what it is, man.
It's funny.
Yeah, man.
So, Jerry was only one of many this past week who brought up more controversy amongst protests against the anthem, or so what they call that.
Mm-hmm.
Dear friend of ours.
Oh, dear friend.
I
love her. I hope. Every time I heard,
I love her too.
Okay,
Yeah.
She's great. She's amazing.
Jemele Hill's come under fire.
I used to have a crush on her.
She's amazing. She's awesome. She's fantastic.
Okay, you too.
There's room right here. Like we can make room. We can make room. We can make room.
You know? Can't argue with that.
Right. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so apparently, she's been warned previously about her tweets and the way it comes across.
Talking about Donald Trump as a white supremacist.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little overboard. I'd say a little overboard, but it's not false. It's not false at all. Not false. Because...
No, it's not.
I mean...
No, it's not false.
Do we need to look up the word supremacy so I can break it down for y'all?
No.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right.
So... Why do you think she keeps tweeting against her company's wishes?
You know what? Come to Death Row Records.
Nah, listen that yet.
Because you know why? Because she knows darn well that Fox Sports say, Rob Parker, come on. Who's the other dude that took off ESPN?
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
All of them.
Coward, come on. You know what I mean? Everybody.
Chris Carter got fired for that.
Yeah, Chris
Ray
Lewis.
Literally everybody who's ever
everybody who ever gets fired from ESPN.
Now
come to Death Row Records with Skip, and Shannon Sharp.
What's funny is I think she'd be awesome on that show. Her and Shannon.
Oh man.
Skip.
So she's as the moderator?
No, she ain't no moderator.
That'd be too long of a show.
Please join. No, she ain't no moderator. No, she's up there. She's not gonna. I do want to hear what she has to say. I don't want to just sit there.
Exactly.
But yeah. So we do wish her the best. Clearly, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So, being said, a lot has been made about the movement and what needs to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think should be the voice for this? Who is there a player? Is there an NFL player, current, former? Is there anybody out there in the world that you want? Who do you think needs to be the voice? Who do you think?
Well, to be honest with you, I think that Jemele is trying to be the voice because there's no way that you're going to put your job on the line regardless of how good or bad your job is or how good or bad the grass is on the other side. Mm-hmm. And the grass is green at Fox Sports 1. Can't argue with that. And, you can pick it up. Whatever. I'm just saying. But for real, though, Jemele Hill is trying to be the martyr. And not really the martyr because she's not going to die and she's not going to lose her job permanently, but she's going to take a loss like Colin.
Hold on. You said she might not lose her job permanently.
Well,
why do you think she might not lose her job permanently?
Well, she's going to lose her job permanently with ESPN, but Fox Sports is
because
you mean you're not really
ESPN fires people regularly.
You're not a martyr. You're not a martyr if you're working for Walmart and then you turn around and get a job at Target next week. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is she's going to get a job the next week at Fox Sports. But I think she's trying to be a martyr for the cause. Right. Like her tweeting out, it's pointless for her to do that.
She's just standing up for what's right.
She's just standing up for what's
right. The fact that she keeps tweeting, even though the company told her not to, proves how serious of an issue it is.
And as well, she's trying to... Remember I told you that we need a leader, we need a voice, we need somebody with direction because Colin's not speaking? She's trying to be that. But, averse to that, I want my dog. Because this is a brilliant man. He's a brilliant man. He has brilliant perspectives on everything. Brilliant. He has a brilliant way of conveying it. His country is But
he's on point though.
But he's on point, man. He's on point. Like I don't know what else to say, but I want my dog Shannon with the black and the hen dog to represent us. Cause that's a real brother.
Right. Now, one last subject that we've got to touch.
All right.
I don't know if you saw it.
Oh.
Our guy, Mr. 8 Mile himself.
Oh.
Eminem.
Marshall Mathers.
Slim. Shady.
Hotter than a set of twin babies. Starts out by the been crazy.
On the Hip Hop Awards.
The new look Marshall Mathers.
On the Hip Hop Cypher last night, he just freestyled all about Trump.
But that wasn't... Tell me this, though. Because I want to put in perspective and put both sides in this. Yeah. People are hating off of it, saying that it wasn't that good. And mind you, that it's a Marshall Mathers cipher. It was average, being real with you. But I say that him using that platform to do that gives it an automatic 10. But the lyrics in themselves... I give them, for Marshall, I give him about a 6 or 7.
Off of what he's capable of? Now, see, I think the difference, and I understand why you went with a 6 or 7, is because there wasn't any music, there wasn't a beat. Yeah. He was just, you know what? Forget it. Acapella, this is what I'm going to go with. Like, that's really what it was. Exactly. But I mean, everything he said was very on point.
But see, it's nothing that I've never heard before. And that's what my people, my friends on Facebook were saying. Matter of fact, Alex Sanders, shout out to Alex, he was saying that it's nothing he's never heard before. And I feel him on that. But however, and I'm not trying to make everything about race, but a white man saying that carries a little bit more leverage than a black man. And how do you feel about that? And especially in this climate.
Yeah, it makes sense, but do you think Trump would view him as white?
That's a very good point.
I really don't.
That's a very good point. But guess what? I may be making a mistake, but I've scanned Donald Trump's Twitter, as I periodically have been doing lately. But and he hasn't tweeted back. He's scared.
Oh no! Oh, let's make no mistake about it. Let's make no mistake about him. No one. I bet you he will not tweet at him.
Really?
I bet you. No.
Be real with you.
No. This dude. You remember? This guy here.
His mama
is the definition of free speech. Like parental advisory sticker. Like they upgraded that because of him. Like this is upgraded. Exactly. Like they wanted his music outlawed. They wanted his freedom of speech taken away. Like
very true.
He's been about this life for 25 years.
NWA.
He was you thought NWA was something. This guy was talking about strangling his mama. They're like, oh, we can't have this. Like he was too real. So no, I'm pretty sure he's like, you know how you got a picture
about
violence. Right. You don't. That's what Shady.
Cause Shady will kill you.
Like
the silence is evident.
Right. So
I'm just saying, but you know what? I'm gonna be real with you.
It's not coming for him.
75% of rappers are scared to come at him. Straight up.
No. I'm saying because the thing that separates him from everyone else, as depicted in the movie 8 Mile in his freestyle rap.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what you're going to come out with me with.
Yeah, he's going to steal your fire.
I'm going to steal your fire, and then I'm going to come with you, because I did research on you, homie. Like,
I'm white. But you got them Jordans 2 years or 5 years ago.
right. Like don't come. Like his definition, don't come for me.
In your head,
unless I sent for you.
I really did get these jokes about 10 years ago.
Right.
I thought he was
right.
fresh.
Man, he's coming, man.
All right, so I got another question for you, and this is I'm gonna drop it, man. I'm gonna drop this, but as well, Mike Pence. All right, so Donald Trump. Oh, of course, but Donald Trump. We gotta let these people know. Donald Trump said that, hey, Mike Pence, can you take a private plane to Indianapolis for a game and go ahead and stand for national anthem, and then if you see anybody kneeling, go ahead and leave immediately, and then make it a big deal. Can you do that?
Do you know what this reminded me of?
Kaepernick?
Going to your ex's wedding just to object to marriage.
Oh yeah.
Was anyone object? I object. like, dog. Like you didn't know that they was getting married. You did. And then, oh wow. Oh, this is outrageous. They're getting married. They're having nuptials. Like I'm out. But yeah,
Can I come to the reception?
I thought it was think about it now. The team that started the protest, 49ers.
Yeah.
They have the most players protesting.
Yeah. Logically. Yeah.
I mean, that's all I can really say about that.
Yeah.
So,
and then Trump came out and said, "Hey, I told him to do that, and he did it."
Yeah.
What's up?
We know.
Puppet
strings.
That's obviously you picked your vice president.
Right.
Okay, let me tell you. Mike Pence, Jason Garrett, Donald Trump, Jerry Jones.
Okay. Can't argue with that. And with that being said, next episode.
They're playing basketball.
We're a week away from the most exciting sport there is, basketball.
Everybody to the beach, y'all.
Basketball is my favorite sport. Right. That being said, we will be back shortly.
Yes, sir. And you cannot ever argue with that.
Just don't.